How to find your art style is the most asked question in the art community. However, I have never heard it told through this perspective. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chantal, and if you're new here, I'm 20 years old, and at the beginning of this year I decided to open up my own art gallery and pursue art full-time, and it has been a wild ride. I would love to speak on how to find your art style, because it is something that I have immensely struggled with, because I want to be fluent in all media and try and experiment with different styles. So developing and cultivating my own has been a major struggle, and I thought I would share my advice and perspective on how to develop your own artistic voice. For me, the first step in developing an art style is finding your artistic voice. You need to ask yourself why you paint. What do you want to say through your art? What do you want to communicate? What message or meaning do you have behind your work? For me, my work always needs to have a deeper meaning. I want to communicate something that is easier understood through an image rather than words. That my subject would have a bigger impact on the viewer if I painted the message rather than if I articulated it verbally. So ask yourself the question of why you paint. Perhaps it's a variety of things. You may paint to let go, you find it therapeutic, you need to communicate, spread a message, change someone's perspective, activate change, or convey certain feelings and emotions that can't be put into words. Perhaps you just paint for fun, or perhaps you paint with no meaning at all. However, art with no meaning is saying something, isn't it? That art doesn't have to be meaningful, and that in itself, I think, is meaningful. It's all well and good if you want to dive straight into finding your art style, but what do you want to say through your art style is the question we want to answer, and the answer to the question will have a huge impact on the media you choose, the subject you paint, the techniques you adapt, and what elements you want in your work. I think once you have ruminated on what direction you want your art to take, you can think about what sort of art style you want. Through understanding what subject, media, technique will make up the composition of your work. What subject do you want to create in your art? What do you want your art to focus on will dictate what media, techniques, and composition you create. Well, I use myself as a reference, but it can be anyone. Does it look exactly like me? Maybe. Using myself as a reference was the easiest because I couldn't find people like this position that I wanted them in, so I took photos of myself. I'm so happy with how the colours are so smooth, because if you paint in watercolour, you know how hard it is. It's easier in oil or acrylic, because watercolour, this is like so many layers, and it's very hard to get a smooth skin texture. So I just want to say, I'm very proud of this piece. I suppose you need to ask yourself what media you primarily want to work in. The answer to the question might come straight away, or it might come after trying a lot of different media. The media you choose is going to allow you to create specific elements that are unique to you. For example, working in graphite is only going to allow you to work in black and white, while if you choose watercolour, you're going to get some freedom of movement. And perhaps a combination of different media is going to allow you to achieve what you desire. Overall, the media you choose is going to influence the techniques you use. Haha, that rhymed, that was cool. And with different mediums leading themselves to specific techniques, such as alla prima in oil, wet on wet in watercolour, some beautiful rendering in digital art, etc., etc. And the way you specifically use these techniques in your work is going to make them unique to you. These three elements, subject, media, and technique, all come together in the composition of your artwork, which is the glue that sticks it all together, all the parts in one coherent whole, because you have a voice and a vision that you want to share with others. We give expression to our authenticity. If you ask 12 people to paint or draw the exact same thing, you're going to get 12 completely different artworks. That is the crux of your style. What you want to paint, the medium, subject, technique, and the composition are all going to shape your voice into a unique style. You're going to have to experiment with many different elements in your art. Leave out what you don't like, take in what you do. You're going to struggle and feel absolutely frustrated in your inability to stick with one coherent style, because you are inevitably going to expand your skill set as an artist. So of course your work and style are going to change with you. I wasn't originally going to share this, but I want to be transparent. So I did indeed, give me a second, cry about this piece for like 3 hours yesterday because I think I've ruined it. It doesn't look, because I put so much effort and time and energy into creating this piece, and I absolutely loved it. And now that I've changed and put more stuff to it, I definitely no longer like it. I liked it so much in the beginning, and now I don't. We gotta laugh through the tears. Do you know what I mean? I just absolutely hate the waterfall. So this afternoon I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna take away the green stuff that I put on it, and I'm also gonna redo the waterfall. The struggle is real. Your art style is not going to go in the direction you always wanted, and you're going to have to learn to change and adapt your skills, experiences, and inspirations to an evolving style that is unique to you. Personally, I don't think we should ever focus our energy on finding a strict art style that we need to confine ourselves to, but instead finding our artistic voice that we can change and adapt with each art project and piece we create. And once we become fluent with being flexible in our art style, you open your potential as an artist and widen the possibility of projects and pieces that you can create, as we're not confined to a specific style, but instead just express our voice artistically. I fixed my painting from yesterday, and I am so excited to finish it today. I've been working on it for an entire week, and it's in balance now. Let me just show you. So before I could get started on my watercolour painting this morning, and I was like, oh, I'll just stick my sketchbook on top of my painting, right? This says, and I lifted it up now, and there was a massive oil splotch stuck to my book, and it had leaked onto my watercolor piece. Do you know what color it was? Black. This size. This piece was nearly finished. Obviously not. That's where it got. It was like a massive black paint just went all the way down. Why? Anyway, so right now I am going to try and fix it. And you're coming for the ride. If the journey of this piece is not an analogy to how you're going to adapt and grow your art style, I don't know what is. AKA a lot of pain and struggle, no pain, no gain. And when you feel like you've reached the point where you are happy and content with your art style, another inspiration is going to pop through your mind and throw you completely off center again. I have finished my watercolour painting, and can you tell that a massive big splotch of black oil paint was put on this painting? I don't think so. I am a magician because... Anyway, I am so happy with how it turned out. It was definitely an adventure and a big learning curve. So I am really happy with how it looks. If you'd like to see a photograph of it, I have put one up on my Instagram. Here's a montage of the painting. The inspiration behind this piece is taken from the infinite loop of ideas that are constantly on my mind, which is symbolised in the painting through the infinite ring of koi fish around my head. I am forever being torn from one art idea to the next, with so much creative drive and motivation that I am paralysed with possibility, not knowing which one to create next. Art block? I've never heard of her. I wanted to convey the feeling of being separated and torn between different projects and ideas, but also understanding that there is never a right way or direction, but only a place where all these ideas come and connect as you. In my destination of where I will complete my artistic vision for this piece. However, let me tell you right now, I don't know if I can do it because the waves are really, really rough. But like, also there's times and periods where it's like calm and I feel like I could film it. But I do not want to get caught in those massive waves out there, man. They're huge. I've never seen Pennington Bay with this big waves. Maybe I haven't been out here that often, but winter, she's here. Antarctica, she's here too. We don't want her here. She can go away. But like, oh my golly gee God. Sometimes I can't say everything I want to in a painting, and in order to convey the intertwining of dreams and reality I felt in this artwork, I created a video. However, I couldn't upload the original audio because I don't want to get copyright from YouTube, so if you want to see the original video I created, you can go watch it on my Instagram after you finish watching this one. An artist has many styles, but only one voice. As we grow as an artist, our voice is inevitably going to change. When we pick up new techniques, new medias, are inspired by new things in life, have different experiences that fuel our creative drive to communicate. I hear a lot of people say that they have a lot of different styles, but when I go and view their portfolio of work, I can tell that all the pieces are created by the same person. It's about how you hold the paintbrush, both figuratively and literally, that authenticates the work as yours. Hey guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more of my videos, which you do because you've watched to the end of this one, subscribe. Also, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has left a lovely comment on my last two videos. I thoroughly appreciate it. Also, I want to know your thoughts on art style. Do you agree with what I said? Did you disagree with what I said? Do you have anything to add? I want to know what you think, so comment below your thoughts. If you want to see what I get up to in my day-to-day life, my projects in real time, go and follow my Instagram. And I also have an online art shop if you would like to support me. So until next week, because I'm gonna get quicker at editing, I promise. Love you guys.